I brought some fries for you.
Fried potato is my favorite food group.
Thank you.
But the chewing noise enrages me. First thing I noticed was the animation. It consists of 2D animation and photography. So I think the closest cartoon that comes to mind if I had to compare would be The Amazing World of Gumball. That show had a similar animation style. They set the animated characters against a photographed background in many of the scenes. Dilili experiences mixed kid problems.
I also wanted to travel to a country where I wouldn't be rejected for having skin too fair.
Mixed kid problems. Let's see, what's an example? Sometimes it's like you're too black to be around white people, but you're too white when you're around black people. You're just in the middle. Like if you straighten your hair, people will tell you to stop trying to be white. True story. You want me to stop being 50% of myself? How about you worry about your ex that you keep going back to? Focus on that. Then there's people who always want to touch your hair, which I am personally not a fan of.
I'm a courier.
Marie Curie was a Polish physicist and chemist. She accomplished a lot. Her career is full of firsts. Here's a mini history lesson on this remarkable woman for you. She was the first woman professor at the University of Paris, and she really did have a daughter named Eve. Marie Curie was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize for studying physics, and she was the only person to win it in 2 scientific fields. The other was in chemistry, with her husband Pierre Curie being her co-winner. She and her husband started a family of Nobel Prize winners because this made them the first married couple ever to win it, and their daughter went on to receive her own Nobel Prize in chemistry with her husband. She was almost excluded from winning the Nobel Prize simply because she was a woman. The audacity of her to discover 2 new elements on the periodic table, polonium and radium, and work on the theory of radioactivity, but in the end, she got her bag.
To save the world!
That calorie surplus man is the male master leader, the podcast bro that surpasses all podcast bros. One of those men who sits in the basement with a neck beard, eating Doritos, telling women online that they're fat and ugly and no one will love them. I am once again body shaming a fictional character, just so we're clear. They did enough to make you hate him, which isn't a lot. Brief stint as a criminal, less than a day, they couldn't get to him.
I'm here to liberate you.
Gee, thanks, Lebeuf. I mean, you did send her here in the first place. Way to go, traumatizing a child. Although if you didn't do that, who knows when this layer would have been discovered. Ugh, they're singing. She turned a dramatic rescue into a concert. It's free publicity. Man, this movie's weird.